Hi, it's Kelly at Book and Paper Arts, and today I have a flip through of my art journal. It is not completed, but I think it's probably going to take another year to get that far, and I just love the pages I've done in the last year so much that I want to show them. And I can do that if I want to. I'm a grown-up. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I made them, but these aren't really process videos, so let's just take a little stroll, shall we? This is a lot of gesso work here. And I do show the gesso work in several of my videos. So I'll link to some of those. See, this one does have a vintage holy card and then a more contemporary one. And I don't know, I just like they're very whimsical and strange. And I did that again here, but I also used some wildflowers in the background and some homemade washi tape on that I printed on masking tape. How's that for resourceful? And then these were just a scrap that came out of a catalog about flowers. And here I used some fragments that are, I just have a big box of fragments, and that's a little bit of marbled paper here, a bit from an old dictionary, and again, more wildflowers. I do like this. This is a little bit of stencil work using my new Tim Holtz Gothic Arches stencil. And there it is again. I think I got carried away. I just want to point out again that this is the sort of thing I would not use in my real work, because it's just a page from a magazine, and I don't trust the paper. But this is a different kind of a journal, and it's one where I just make windows looking out onto trees and play around with paint techniques on magazine flowers, and it makes me very happy. These are vintage pieces, but they were fragments of something I cut up, so they're not anything I could use in my work that I sell, but I just couldn't get rid of them. And so what I did was I went ahead and glued them in, and where they were cut away and not finished, I just drew over and into the page, sort of suggesting the lines carry on even when they don't. Again, I've just made some windows here. I need to put something clever here and inspiring, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. If you'd like to know more about how I embellish my pages or do the gesso work that gets that sweet painterly technique, I do have videos that show that, and I've linked to a couple of those as well. So you can find those underneath this video in the text. Here I used a die cut to make some butterflies out of the same paper that I've got here for some continuity and whimsy. Let's see. Some bees. Again, these guys were too cut up and imperfect to use in a project, but here, once again, I've just finished out the line where it would be if it was there. I do love a good Kingfisher. There's another one. Hey, how'd you get here? This has got a lot of mark making with with ink. And also a little bit of working with some tissue paper. This one had a map theme. I just bought it like that, and if I've got a little spot that needs filling out, I just throw that in there. I like the way that it looks like torn wallpaper. This is a postcard from the 1950s, and I've added lines with brown charcoal and smudged. And again, it's a very painterly look, but I did not paint this architecture. I fudged it. I think that's the technical term we use in the art word. I didn't mean for this to turn out quite so blue, but once I saw that it was going that direction, I leaned into it and just went blue embellishing, blue borders, blue wings. I owned it. Again, some charcoal work on a black and white picture. And here as well. And this is one I finished last week. Really leaning into the yellow. It's March here, if you're watching this from the future, and we could use some yellow and some adorable birds. And here you have the page that I am going to start and show you the video of on Friday. Process video is going to show you every step. If you have any questions or feedback, please let me know in the comments below. If you like this, please subscribe to my channel. And finally, if you like this, please subscribe to my newsletter, which comes out monthly and has lots of free vintage paper downloads and tutorials and hacks and fun stuff. Until Friday, happy making.